afternoon. It's the 15th of January and it's about 1:15 now in the afternoon, and I'm just going to start my day working. I have done my postage and Simon's taken it to the post office for me. Did I say I'd done my postage? I meant I've done my parcelling. I don't even know what I've said. So I thought I'd do a really quick video today of the pros and cons of working for yourself from home. Now this will be different to everybody, you know, everybody will have their own ways of working and their own thoughts and working for themselves, and so this is just my own list of my own pros and cons. Some people might agree with it and some people might disagree with it because we all work differently, and that's fine. So I just thought I'd quickly go through it. So I'll do the pros first, and sometimes they overlap into a con. I don't know where I'm looking. I'll look over there. Sometimes they overlap into a con. And I hope I don't repeat myself, but I most likely will, so bear with me. So the first pro I've got is you can structure your day how you wish. And you can get up when you want, start work when you want, finish when you want, have a break when you want, and that is great. I keep looking over there. However, for me it's a bit of a pro and a con. Yes, I can structure the day and I love that. I love that I can start work when I want and finish when I want, have a break when I want. That's brilliant. So the night before I do lists. I work to lists, and that is because I've always been I like ticking lists. I have little boxes and I tick them to say what I've done. So the night before I'll normally write a list of the time I want to start and what items I want to list, and if it's a day that I'm working for Simon. So I have structure in the fact that Simon, at the beginning of the week, well on a Sunday, I tell him what I'm going to work for that week for him. So I've got 20 hours to work for him. So the rest of the time is my own work that I need to do my own listings. Now 2020 hasn't got off to a great start of my own listings, and it was petering out really from November last year. I have all good intentions of getting up at 7 o'clock to start work for 8, to work till 12, to have my lunch, to then crack on again and finish at 5. But I never ever, I can't remember actually the last time I've worked like that. I think this summer I was working like that. But since the cold weather's come, I've not been able to do it. It's not that I've not been able to, it's just I don't, and I've got no excuse really, because it's just I'm my own motivator and I haven't done it. So I've been getting up about between 8 and 10, and the only thing is with self-employment is my brain doesn't turn off, and I don't think it ever did really before. I'm always an overthinker and I like to dream. I'm a bit of a dreamer as well, so that often makes me 2 o'clock in the morning pacing the floor still. So I try to get up between 8 and 10. I don't often stay in bed later than 10 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock I'll have a cuppa and I'll do my postage before I do anything else. That's the postage is what I do, and then I start work. Now if it's for Simon, I make sure that I'm done the postage and then I crack on. When it's a day when I'm working for myself, sometimes that is a bit more difficult because I do lack self-motivation, and that is a one on my con list as well. I'm not very good at motivating myself as a self-employed person. When I was working in employment, I was very good at motivating myself because you had somebody breathing down your neck, and I don't now. So the only time I do is if I've not done my work for Simon. But I still structure my day how I want. Yeah. But it can be a con because sometimes by 5 o'clock I still haven't started, and I'll either not start at all that day, or I'll think, oh, I'll just do it on Tuesday, or I'll start at 8 o'clock and then I won't get as many listings up that I thought I should have done. So it is a pro that you can structure your day, and it is, but it's a con if you're like me and you're not very self-motivated at the minute. The next pro is you're answerable to yourself and no one else, and that is brilliant. You are only answerable to yourself. However, I am answerable to Simon in his 20 hours. That's the only part. But in my own eBay and my own sort of self-employment, I'm only answerable to myself. And I love that. Absolutely love it. I don't have anybody breathing down my neck anymore. I don't have anybody, trying to micromanage me. I'm just answerable to myself. I can have days off when I want. So having days off when you want can enrich your life. You can do hobbies that you want to do. You can, do anything that you want to do because you've set those days off. Or you might just have an ad hoc day where you think, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to work tomorrow instead. So you can have days off when you want. The con to that for me is I run out of a week because I think, I'll have Monday off this week, and then Monday will be gone and I've had that off, and then Tuesday I might have that off as well because something props up. So you do have to be self-motivated, very self-motivated, and that is something I've got to work on for 2020 if I want my business to work. But as a pro, you can have days off when you want. You can structure your week as you wish. Next pro is there's no office and work politics, so you've got no bitching and backbiting and getting involved in all the litigation that goes on and people trying to work up the ladder quicker than others, and all the office politics. I didn't get involved with it then, and I don't have to get involved with it now. That is great. So I enjoy that part. Next one is you can work in your pyjamas if you want to. You can work in whatever you want to. Some people still have like a uniform, I think, to work from home, or they might power dress to work from home, or you might just work in pyjamas. I like the fact that I can not even have to brush my hair if I don't want to. I do, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Next one is you don't have to ring in sick. If you're feeling ill, you can stay in bed. The con to that is there is no sick pay. So if you don't work, you won't get any money coming in. That is difficult. You can take a break when you want. So you can go and grab a cuppa when you want, and you can drink what you want. And you don't have to wait for the bell to ring to say you've got to go for your break, or you don't have to wait till your manager to come and say you can go for your break. You're captain of your own ship. And I thought you said cat food at desk, and I didn't get that, but when I was a lecturer, they didn't like you eating at your desk, and I can eat food at my desk now if I want to. I'm not saying you didn't, but they didn't like you to. So they're the pros I've got, and I bet there's loads and loads more, but at this minute I can't think of any. Now the cons I've got is it can be really isolating, and it can be isolating, especially if you have problems with anxiety or anything like that. This can at times increase it because you're working for you're working solely on your own. I am lucky that I've got Simon to he's in the same position. He's working self-employed. It is very isolating, but we've got each other to talk to about it. For some people, they don't have that, and all I could advise for that is what I've started getting into now is watching the lives. There's a lot of resellers that do live YouTube channels, and although I don't get involved in the chat, I do enjoy watching them, and it makes you feel like you're part of a community. I do think there is some Facebook groups like that, but as I say, I'm not involved in those, but there is Facebook groups. There's also Instagram groups. There's a lot of isolators. No, there's a lot of resellers on Instagram as well, and it is a nice community. So if anybody's out there and they've just started reselling or working from home, doing whatever, you know, find the live channels where there's people doing the same thing as you're doing, because it's nice to listen to other people's ideas and thoughts. The other one is the no office banter. As again, I'm lucky because I work with Simon, although we don't share an office and we often don't share the same space in the day. I've still got, at the end of the day, I can go and, you know, have the banter with him or shout downstairs, whatever. But for some people, they haven't got that. So the live streams and getting involved on the YouTube lives and things like that, I think that would be good for your office banter. There's no set pay. That's another con. So you get paid by what you sell or whatever you're doing as self-employment. You haven't got that monthly dependable wage, so you have to be self-motivated, and again, that is what I've got to work to this year. There's no sick pay, which I said before, and what comes with that as well is there's no holiday pay. Take that as it is, there isn't any holiday pay, so you just have to motivate yourself to earn enough or sell enough or whatever to be able to take time off. It's also, the other one I've put, the last on my list, is it's not good if you're a procrastinator, and I am a procrastinator, so that is what I'm working for 2020. I know that I've got to get my figures up. I think I've got something like 350 or 60 items on my shop at the moment. I want to get that up to over 1,000. But that means sourcing, it means sitting down and actually focusing on what I'm doing and having structure. I think I've gone from having a lot of structure, because nursing is very, very structured, teaching is very, very structured, and I've come out of that and sort of like rebelled a little bit and gone, yay, but gone too far the other way. So I do need to bring some structure back into my work life. So yeah, I hope you found this video informative, or if you want to put your ideas and how you work in the comments below, that would be really appreciated. Thank you I've got some more new subscribers, so thank you very much. I appreciate your subscription to the channel, and I will see you again in the week.